order selecting. So order selecting, is just the heart of everything, the heart of the whole warehouse. If the order selecting doesn't get done, then nobody's leaving. It's just basically as simple as that. Order selecting, in my eyes, is just everybody has to kind of go through it at one point or another. I would say if you work long enough at warehousing, I know right now there's somebody like, damn, I haven't never done it. I've been in the office the whole time. Like, yeah, okay. Then skip to the next video or something, bro. You don't know what we're talking about down here. But basically, just the action of going out and picking is just, right here. There's a lot of good money, but it's just a department that you have to be on that shit the whole fucking day, like, especially coming to the point when you're working 10 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, you know what I mean? Like, and just picking the whole time is rough. You always just want to be careful at the aspect of, picking out the correct equipment, making sure that it's charged up. At the end of the day, getting there early to get your machinery, getting plastic wrap, getting your pick hook, getting anything you need that's gonna be for the environment, as far as when it comes to if you're gonna be picking in the freezer, cooler, dry, wherever you're gonna be order selecting for the day. The way you need to wear, the way you need to do, how you need to dress. Obviously, I always recommend steel toes, but even making sure your equipment is good, doing an inspection on it, stretching out, because you're gonna be picking for a long amount of hours and whatnot. Just anything along that situation, making sure that everything's okay and being able to get out there and just take care of your body, because it's just that's the one job I think everybody can agree on that needs to put some respect on their name, because order selectors are just, yeah, we be acting like pricks sometimes, yeah, we be, and I say we because I was picking for a long time too, but I understand why. That's just tough on your body, that's just hard on your mind, that's just hard on everything, you know but hey, the job's gotta get done. We're gonna be in there picking that 13, 14 hours, so fuck it, might as well put some fucking headphones on and just pick that shit. Make sure you ain't doing no greasy shit, getting pallets from locations, just throwing boxes on the floor. That's not good. Don't pull out pallets from the aisle. Damn, I smell some bomb ass there. These fools are blazing it, hell yeah. What do you call it? Move the fuck out the way if you in the middle of the aisle, I guess you could say. Move to one side, bro. Ain't nobody want to talk all the time when you're selecting. You know what I mean? Don't take up too much time. It just depends on the mood, to be honest, as well. Forklift drivers, everybody has to have some common sense on when it comes to forklift drivers, but there's still a lot of places where there's forklift drivers that are in the way, and vice versa. Order selectors that are on the way as well. Long hours, careful with your back, lift with your legs, not back. Anything along that line. There's honestly just too much things to talk about when it comes to order selecting. Making sure the labels, don't just print out your labels and fuck them up and pull out from the printer. You gotta feed the printer to make sure that doesn't get jammed. Remember to put the labels on the pallets. Don't build fucked up ass pallets. Use cardboard or something, or wrap every 6 feet. Take your time to really learn how to stack if you have to at this point. If you've been doing it for a long time, you're gonna get quick pallets built. In your mind already, you already know once the order's kind of given to you. But for guys that are just starting up, it's a little tricky. Separating any chicken from pork, from beef, putting plastic over the bananas, keeping the freezer pallets in a cool area, where they're not gonna melt. Um, not putting heavy items, on top of light boxes, because then it's just gonna squish. Um, the flour or the dog food all the way in the bottom sucks, because then when you start loading it, it starts ripping all the way from the bottom. The out chaser, there's an out chaser that's just picking like single orders with one box or stuff like that. So always careful with him. They're always going on the floor. Um, just a lot of different situations like that. When it comes to order selecting, like, you know, coming in, you want to make sure you get your machinery. You always want to be on top of that stuff. Your time is always running. You can, depending on the system that they're using, you can work through your breaks and it'll give you, extra time. If not, a lot of companies have tried to like come down on that because dudes were like hitting really good incentives. There's a lot of companies that are investing into like gear to help out selectors with their backs and things like that. There's just a lot of different situations. There's a lot of different ways to pick as well. There's Vocalids, Gladiators, small computers, tiny computers. Um, People might still be picking by paper. It just depends on the warehouse. There's mod selecting as well, pick to light, anything along that line. Order selecting, once again, just kind of like, it's a place where the time just flies, to be honest. Like, if you're just picking correctly, just moving forward, going in, doing your job, the time, the days, the hours, the years just fly. I've known dudes that are order selecting for a very long time, and I'm sure that it puts a toll on their body, and it's just crazy when I come to think about it. There's a lot of different warehouses to pick at. There's seasonal warehouses, there's grocery warehouses, there's freezer warehouses, perishable warehouses, there's automotive warehouses. There's just stuff that, just a bunch of different supplies, like gloves and stuff for hospitals and whatnot. And it's always just kind of the place that you go. Like, I've been to just so many different types, and all I can say is they all kind of not revolve around the same thing, but once you know how to pick one thing, you will learn how to pick the other thing. It's just kind of getting used to what the new items are. I won't lie, order selecting was the fucking sickest. Because, you know that everybody has to wait on you. So you don't give a fuck. You're in the week, you've done 70, 80 hours. Fuck them. It just is what it is. I've been in the mind of a fucking picker. I am the mind of a fucking picker. When I was picking. And it's just what it is, man. It's the toughest, but at the same time, it does keep you in shape. Kind of does build you up for, what is the bullshit sometimes in warehousing. The long hours, people leaving out of the blue. They know it's a long day, so they're just gonna fucking take off. Or you might do it too. I might do it too. Shit. But that's just something that kind of goes, something that kind of happens, But at the same time, it's always something that's gonna be needed. When it comes to needing people to pick meat, produce, machines can't do that yet. Not that I know of. Some can, but they only do the easy boxes that are nice and square. They don't pick the dog food. They don't pick the flour. They don't pick any large and awkward. Any certain frozen items. They can do the ice cream. But that's kind of about it. As of what I know of right now, in some boxes that are, pretty good, but there will always be work for order selectors. when it comes to that. But it's just tough, especially, when you start picking like home goods, toilets, metal bars, heavy machines, like frames that you put on top of like kitchen cabinets. That shit's all heavy. You're picking it straight out of a container onto an area called Strap. If anybody recognizes the warehouse, dog foods, cat litter, cat pillows. Like I said, modular picking, where you're picking in the mods like little items, inner cases, things like that. But the good thing about order selecting, once again, like there's always opportunity to go out and select. There's always going to be work for that. It's just really about learning how to manage your time, staying good, staying in good health while you're out there picking, and things like that. And just more than anything, being safe. Being safe is always one of the most important things. I've seen dudes that are on pallet jacks that run into a rack or fuck up their foot, and it's not cool. It's not. That's what you don't want to see at the end of the day, But there's just so much more, because you always want to pay attention with your accuracy to see if there's any damaged boxes or any infested maggots into foods or anything like that. I've seen fucking mice that are chilling inside rice, and they gotta go and take that whole rice stuff out, all of that stuff. So, it's always just being aware, and go to the restroom when you have to. I've seen order selectors that take fucking pisses in the racks because they're on performance. Like, bro, it's not that serious. An extra dollar off your check isn't gonna go crazy. Like, it cost him his job. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, just keep an eye out on all those things. Make sure you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, depending on the area. Just a lot of work, long days, long weeks, but always grateful for the work at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And once again, there's just so much that you can talk to when it comes into order selecting, but I just kind of wanted to put this video out. If anybody has anything that they want to add to it, just let me know. I'll make a longer video, and I'm just trying to keep this going for the day.